Hey guys, my name is Ryan, and we're back again with another Spirit Island video. Recently, in the comments of one of my videos, someone said that I should take a look at the achievements on Steam. Now, this is something I don't normally pay much attention to. A lot of these achievements are basically just play the game a lot and you'll get there eventually, right? Defeat all the adversaries, threshold all the cards. Sure, you can certainly set up a game and try and specifically target certain things, but if you play enough, it's just going to happen naturally. Now, as I was taking a look at the achievements, I did notice that they've already added a bunch of achievements for Nature's Incarnate. And so, obviously, these ones are impossible to get. Nature's Incarnate's not out now. Hopefully it comes out nice and soon. But there are a couple ones that we can specifically target and try and pick up. One of them being Plenary Cartography to win a game with 6 spirits on the thematic map. We're not doing that one today, but you can look forward to this one coming soon. What we're going to do today is to do Guard the Untouched Land, and that is to win a game with an extra island board as its own islet in an archipelago. So what does that mean? Well, it means we have to have an extra board, and with extra boards, that means that it's going to add some difficulty. Depending on the amount of spirits that you play, it's going to change your setup a little bit, but also that extra board has to be on its own islet. So an archipelago setup is when you have multiple boards that are not physically connected to each other, and you have to basically just jump across the ocean in order to get that. And so I've got a game set up. It's going to look a heck of a lot like this. I've opted for a 2-spirit game. On the screen I'm going to put up the little chart that you can see in the Jagged Earth rulebook, and it says exactly how different quantity of spirits will affect how you're going to do the extra board. So I chose to do 2. But the point here is that we've got 2 separate islets. So this one is going to have both spirits, and this one is going to have no spirits and the extra board. We're going to be playing Volcano and Green. I don't play a lot of Green on this channel. Some people think Green is a little bit too cheesy, makes the games a little bit too easy with that gift of proliferation. But we're playing a very high difficulty here, and so we're going to need a little bit of cheese. The game plan that I'm thinking about is that by using Volcano specifically on board F, we'll be able to control so much of the center part of the board. Board F is really nice because the only lands that are not directly adjacent to us have 2 Dahan each. And so the idea is that if we draft any defend card, we should be able to control these ones with defense, and then control all of these with our powers. And then, of course, we have a couple adjacencies onto board B as well, so we'll be able to pick up some territory here. And that should free up Green in order to jump across the ocean and start controlling board C, hopefully suppressing it, preventing anything from getting too crazy there. We're going to be doing this with Scotland 5. Certainly there's going to be a massive gap between Scotland 5 and Scotland 6. And I thought about trying to do Scotland 6, and I did do a practice game, and every time it just blew completely out of control. So for now, until I get more comfortable, or until I choose to just do something a little bit more broken, we're going to do Scotland 5. It's plenty difficult here. So let's get after it. Ooh, very lucky. So our opening Explorer goes to land number 2 with the Disease. This is the only turn of the game where it's going to come in as an Explorer as opposed to a Town, as this maximizes the value of this Disease. That is very fortunate for us. This has 2 Dahan here, so Green can naturally defend that. That's nice. This is one of our double Dahan lands, so we're looking to draft some defense from Volcano, although I could also do the Rain of Ash opening and solve the land that way. If I were to do a G3 opener, what would I do? Maybe a Lava Flows Rain of Ash opener, which is perfectly fine as well. Give myself an extra opportunity to draft a defense card, such as Confounding Mists. E-Boon is fine. There's no elemental sharing here, so there's really no insane value. Pact of the Joint Hunt could be pretty playable, help provide some damage, but Confounding Mist solves the problems that we need to address, and so it just makes sense for me to go there. As we're growing, the rules for Archipelago is that we basically want to treat the ocean as a land in terms of range and targeting. So we have a range 4 growth with that G3, so we should be able to grow into this mountain, right? So we go range 1, ocean for range 2, here for range 3. We cannot go into this mountain. because that would be like 5 away. We could go to anywhere, but of course we're just going to go right here into land number 4. And we're just going to do some setup stuff. And we'll go from there. It doesn't make sense. Why did I take the fire? We're going to go for the extra energy. Okay, excellent. And then for green, we don't need to worry about this board yet, which is fine. The only way for us to get over here, since we have a range 2 growth, we need to get into land number 1 so that we can jump over to this land number 1. Or I guess we could go up here as well, but moral of the story is it's going to take us multiple turns before we're able to jump across. And so I think this turn we're going to want to prep that. We're just going to want to plant a presence here on the coast. That way, if we need to jump over, we can. Because we don't need a sacred site or anything on this first turn. Ooh, Hazard Spread is really strong in this pairing because we're going to be adding some Badlands and Wilds with Lava Flows. Both of those are really nice to copy with Hazard Spread. Flesh-Rot Fever is fine, but I feel like the disease is less valuable than Wilds. On the coast, Wilds is just insanely strong. Kind of trying to find a reason to not just slam pick this. I guess Flow Down River can push it down, but I think Hazard Spread is going to be the ticket. This does give me the water, which helps me with defense. I think that's the big reason why I'd want to take Flow as opposed to Hazards. But proliferating Badlands all over the board is really, really strong. And we're going to do a standard opening with the Fields Choked. That just allows me to like solve the 5, I can defend the 3, and the game goes from there. No Eruption. And we get the Jungle's follow-up. Okay, so we do need to jump across pretty good and quick. I think... oh, sorry, no. I don't want to do that. We'll go Fields Choked here. Bringing invaders adjacent to the volcano is going to always be a good thing for us. As far as this Rain of Ash goes, we could use it to solve the 8. We could use it to solve the 5. We're going to give up this over here. I think this makes sense for a Lava Flow. Set ourselves up for a future Pyroclastic Bombardment. Maybe we'll do a Pyroclastic and an Eruption to solve land number 2. We could do something like this. Okay, so we got Confounding... We're probably going to wind up doing like Exaltation plus Confounding Mist this turn. Which actually, we can't play both of them. Okay. So if we do a G3, that'll allow us to play both of them. Not that this gains us anything, especially if we're not erupting this turn. I think it's perfectly fine just to Confounding Mist, play nothing. I think that's okay. Then next turn, we're going to be well set up for this land number 2. And then I think actually we'll be escalating into the F board. And that's good, right? That way, that'll allow us to plant a town here in land number 4. And get value from our inevitable eruption. So over here, we definitely need to jump across the island. We need to plant another presence here in land number 4 to get this defense off. And typically I like to do the extra card play. Because 3 cards, we need to do a stem. We could do a stem plus like a Hazard Spread, get this like Badlands out here. Gift of Proliferation. That'll give me a Defend 2. That'll allow me to add a Badlands here, so that way our 1 damage becomes relevant. Now, the question is, do I want to Prolif? Or do I want to overgrow? Maybe put the Badlands here, overgrow into this land. But I think just a classic defense here is fine. And I can just like sacrifice a presence to skip activity here. I need to play all 3 cards in order to get my defense off. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we get to push it. Oh, okay, right here. Okay, free little value. Always pushing things into the base of the volcano is nice, because every single time that we erupt, we get free damage at range 0. Ooh. 1 damage could always be relevant. And 1 damage here becomes a town kill. Ooh, we could deny that from happening, which I think is fine. Because of the extra board, like, that 1 fear is not going to make the difference. Because also, yeah, just making sure we have control of the game, I think, is the most important thing. Okay, escalate here and here. Okay. I realize actually we could just stem and do 1 damage to solve land number 4. That's probably better than just killing a town and wasting a card. Yeah, definitely better. Okay, over here, we're definitely going to blow up this land number 2. Ooh. Very interesting cards. This Dark Entangled Woods cleanly solves land number 6 and produces a little bit of extra fear, so that's nice. Cult. I mean, actually, wait a second. Hold on. We got 4 defend cards here. These are all really strong. Because these 2 both need to get protected, Elusive Ambush will solve a town-city pairing here in land number 1. And so Elusive Ambush is better, even though like the 2 fear is really nice, but the Elusive Ambush is going to provide more value over the course of the game. This turn, not really doing a heck of a lot. I don't see... I mean, this turn we could just kill that Explorer. That's even better than having to worry about defense. That allows me to allocate resources elsewhere in the future. We don't need the extra earth for now, so let's just keep pushing bottom track. Over here, we're going to reclaim and probably just sacrifice right there on the coast. Ooh, Constancy. Constancy is a very good card, in case you were not aware. Roiling Bog is kind of the only competition with it. That's just got really good elements. It has all 3 that we need for both of our innates. However, and actually the Isolate is quite relevant as well. Like, if we isolate this guy right here, it denies Wetlands Explore. It denies some of the Sands Explore. But Isolate is cool. And, you know, there is kind of... Because Constancy is known to be so strong, we're already playing green, right? We're already doing really, really strong things. Maybe we just don't take the free easy win We have to work for our elo. For all the elo that you gain in this game. What to pair it with, though? So the funny thing is, actually, we don't even have to sacrifice here. If we play anything with a plant, we can go defend 2, defend 2. It won't counterattack because of Roiling Bog, but we also don't need to sacrifice presence. So that's pretty slick. We could just sneak in another Gift of Proliferation, and then that'll give us 2 damage from creepers. Just pop a town. Life goes on. Saving the Overgrow in the night so I can maybe do grow, add a presence, get an extra card. So like grow over here, presence here, overgrow here, sacrifice. That's a lot of steps. But it does give me some nice board control. Like, suppressing the sea is so important to me. Yeah, and that'll allow me to do like a 4 presence explosion. Which I don't think we need to do 4. I think we only need to do 2 in order to clear this. Right, because the Pyroclastic Bombardment is basically going to do 5 damage, right? 1 to each building, plus 1 on the card, plus 1 on the Badlands. It's got 8 health, and we're doing 5 damage, so we do 2 plus a Badlands. Yeah, it only takes a 2 presence, but we're going to want to do 3 to... Or maybe we don't do it. Maybe we intentionally do a 2 to intentionally let it build up, just so we can knock it back down again. That's probably better. Setting up a major as well. We could go a major route. I also wonder, maybe for my presence, I could add a presence here, and then on Reclaim, I could hit this land with Confounding Mists. That's pretty clever. Especially because if we're only going to do a 2 presence eruption here, like, I don't need 6. I like that a lot more. Because it would just bastardize our entire turn here to save this land. I think that's much stronger. Two presents. Okay, escalation is going to wind up going on... Ooh. If the escalation goes on C, that's devastating. Ugh. Gross. 2 energy each. And if we're going to escalate onto C, then it makes sense to proliferate onto C. Go up to 3 card plays to make our Reclaim stronger. Okay, Ravaging here is perfectly fine. On each board, choose a land with buildings and Ravage. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Nothing happens. Over here, I guess we take that Blight. And over here, we take 2 Blight? Or do we lose a presence? I think we just lose a presence. Because this is within the Volcano's sphere of influence. That's okay. It's actually very important that the Dahan don't participate in Ravage. I mean, I guess I would have counterattacked and fought back, but it would have taken 1 damage twice and killed that Dahan. Yeah, and this is a Scotland escalation. Oof. did not want to take a Scotland escalation on this board. But we can keep this pocketed out by going here and here. Yeah, there's no way to deny this. I guess we could have gone here, and then that's pocketed out. That's something. One damage twice at range 0. There's literally one useful target. Okay, that's pretty easy. And then yeah, we still want to prioritize this board. Especially because we got this Lank number 8 coming up, we're going to have to do another Pyro Bombardment play. Sucking Ooze is kind of interesting. A little bit of isolate activity. Trying to control this board. Maybe. We are going into the stage 3. So it could be anything. I don't know if there is any real... I mean, I guess if we go here, but that's gonna... Yeah, it's not gonna pocket anything. Yeah, I don't think this is the game-winning cards on this one, but a little zero cost, like, down the line, the Sucking Ooze could be pretty strong. It also could just become major fodder. If I were to Pyro here, 1 damage, 1. Erupt for 2, kill off both buildings. Because we're going to erupt here no matter what. Might as well go towards the 8. Maybe I do a Pyro Rain of Ash. Pyro Rain of Ash plus we need to play this Elusive Ambush. Let's see. Do I go for a major instead? Yeah, I think major instead of Sucking Ooze is fine. That gives me a sense of direction. And, ooh, we got some cards. Thicket's Erupt is, like, one of my absolute favorites for green. Because you get the 2 free plants, so it's literally just free threshold. And it's just a really nice, cheap card for green. So it's unfortunate that it showed up in Volcano's side. Because there's a very good chance I'm drafting a major with green as well. Yeah, I don't have any plans to support Thickets right now. Trees Radiate is a card. Honestly, Trees Radiate's not a bad idea. Just a big fat defense. We're going to be shot pretty wide in just a second, so Dahana defense has become pretty valuable. So if we go here, here, and then... Oh, I already have 2 defend 4s. I already have plenty of defense. But I don't think there's anything else really worth taking. Okay, that's fine. That's not a big deal. Yeah, the defense 6 could be useful here, right? Because it's going to go up to 5. And if it explores, it goes up to 7. So 6 is important. 4 is not going to cut it. And the canceling out the defense could be relevant too if we get that back-to-back. The idea with Rain of Ash being that it'll be Explorer, Explorer, Town, and so then we push Explorer, Town out. Now, if we do get the back-to-back on Sands, I mean, it's going to be a Stage 3 card, so there will be uses in other places. Now for green, we're definitely going to want to sacrifice a presence here in land number 2. So to do that, we're going to have to do an overgrow into the night. Thinking I might have to go up here to land number 4. Just to get ready to suppress things. Or maybe just land number 5. Because all my 0 range damage is definitely go to land number 1. So go here just to sacrifice a presence. Might just give up this land. How many cities are we building this turn? 3, which puts us up to the limit. Hopefully killing 1. We could do like this. And that would allow me to put a Badlands here and then kill the town. I think just this because it's cheap is also pretty slick. And we're probably gonna reclaim for a major next turn. Yeah, we're not in range to get a Badlands up here. That's fine. Do I want to have the option? I don't think the plant's going to make a big difference next turn. Let's see, we're at 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go up to... We're going to stay at 6 cards. So we'll be at 3... Yeah, I'll take the option for the plant. It's supposed to option for 4 cards. And maybe I drop a beast in here, actually. Play to beast events. I could go for a 3 presence, and that way, if we get the back-to-back, we're still protected. That makes more sense, right? Because otherwise, like, we're kind of screwed. Defend 2 on mountains. Not likely to make a difference, but in theory it's possible. There we go. Push 2 explorers from a land with beast. There we go. It pays off immediately. So if I push this town... Well, no, I want this to full clear. I don't want to have to erupt from this land. I kind of want to just leave that as a sacred site and that just be it for the rest of the game. But every single land with... Okay, actually, yeah, that's just a free town kill. Okay. Kick this guy out. That one has to get pushed, huh? And I guess, yeah, we'll just do that. Okay, we got the mountain wetlands. So there's no immediate back-to-back, but because of the coastals, there will be plenty of back-to-back lights. One, oh, actually, yeah, only one here, but 2 here. Okay. I can actually kill the city. That 1 damage is quite relevant. I can kill a city here. And that's, I mean, I can kill a town here. Yeah, let's kill the city. Very relevant with that coastal card coming up. Oh yeah, that event killed that town too, which is like insane value. Alright, things are looking really nice on the mainland, and the originally abandoned territory is now suddenly quite dangerous looking. So how are we going to play this out? Confounding Mist can defend this. Green can naturally defend that for 2, and that's it. Those are the only 2 lands with invaders. So that's not too hard. I think it's high time to start prepping a 6 presence explosion with Volcano. So let's start stacking. I don't have the energy to play all these cards, so might as well just go top. A 6 presence eruption will pick up 3 of these wetlands. And it's definitely major time. Hey! Just get rid of the... Start with an extra board, but end with only 2. That's funny. Wounded Wilds... I don't think we've taken that much blight at all, so Wounded Wilds doesn't seem that insane. Cleansing Floods, we do have 3 other water cards. Could work our way across bottom track to try and pick that up. That might be the way that we wind up dealing with land number 2. I think it's a perfectly fine way to deal with land number 2. Bargains of Power and Protection is certainly worth considering, though we are missing a sun. Yeah, let's do this and pitch. If we keep all of our water cards, they're actually all 0 cost, which is quite nice. I'm looking at Overgrow. Actually, maybe Gift of Proliferation, because Volcano's only got 4 presents left. Yeah, I think we've done enough with Prolif. And now we get to grow. We already have a Sacred Site here. That's defended. Oh, the problem with the 6 presence eruption is that we're not going to have 6 presents. We need to receive a proliferate. We proliferate, we get 1 from destruction, and then we blow it up, and then we actually have nothing left on the island, on this board. We're down to just this land here. So we need to proliferate, which means that we would need to get rid of Overgrow, or we need to just draft a new water card. Or hazards. Could get rid of hazards. But I like these Badlands. So let's just throw a presence out onto this board. We do know that we're about to get coastal. It'd be really nice to throw a wilds in this land here. But I don't think that's possible. I mean, we can do all of this next turn, right? We just need to go for the extra... Or we can just take that, right? We don't even need the extra card play. It's very much a do-nothing turn, but maybe that's okay. Well, we need to do this growth anyways. Yeah, so we go top track here because we're going to have to go for the extra card play move anyways if we want to protect this mountains. Yeah, so we go here and here. And nothing for this turn. Oh, that doesn't defend this land. Okay, if we play no water cards, we aren't defending. And that defense is really, really important. So I guess we can't go all in on Cleansing Floods yet. And I don't think we have to either. So maybe we don't just mess up our turn for this Cleansing Floods. What are there other options besides Cleansing Floods? Yeah, I still think it's the right pick. Okay, and we can sacrifice... Yeah, sacrifice the Overgrow. Yeah, and then we'll go bottom track here in order to go for a... Go hazard spread. Probably do like a stem, since if we're dropping a Badlands in here. Okay. Go here, 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 and here. Confounding Mists, defend for 4. And I think we should be okay now, right? Everything's been used. Ooh. We have 3 air. And we can just pay cash. We can pay 5 cash over here. And we'll be A-okay. I don't want to get rid of those cards. Ooh, wild is a really big deal. That's a really big deal going into the coastal turn, leaving only 1 land to be explored. Huge. And this will make it such that it's only going to be a 5 damage, which we have plenty of effects for. Our defend 4s included. That's a really nice timing on that. Okay, great. And then mountains and wetlands. We can deny a lot of activity. So kill off you. You. Okay, actually, sorry. Is there... Yeah, each player, not each board. Because there's way more places like here, 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 here. Like, tons of value. I think this one makes a lot of sense. If we do our 6 Presence Eruption along with these 2 wilds, that'll just full clear everything, at which point having lost all our presence isn't going to be as devastating. So I think that one's pretty straightforward. And then this, because it's coastal with the... Well, yeah, I think I'm right back to what I did originally. Oh, wait, where did I use my Confounding Mists? Why did that do 4 damage? Oh, because the event. Alright. That's fine. It be what it be. We're still healthy. It's okay. We'll make it. Oh, that built because of the adjacency. That's fine. Do a 6 presence, will target into... Gets us the +4 damage. Alright, let's set this up. Encompassing Word's actually, like, playable here. Playable and then immediately forgotten. So if our goal is to get a 6 presence eruption, the elements is pretty easy. Pyroclastic. We just need 2 fires and an earth across 2 cards, so both cards have to have fire. So we actually can't play this Encompassing Ward, which means I'm probably just going to take it back. I was only playing it for that. Elusive Ambush solves that problem too. And then we just need a 2-color card, like this Rain of Ash. Yeah, Rain of Ash is fine. Okay, so that means that power card would be... none of these really do anything, but we'll take Uncanny Melting. It's useful here. Okay, Pyro, Lava, Elusive Ambush should give me my, 4 damage in surrounding places, which solves here. Almost solves all of that. We're going to be definitely leaning on the fear cards a little bit. Ooh, Pent-Up Calamity is quite the card. Power Storm's an interesting pick too. Power Storming on like Pyro. Yeah, like we Pyro here, Erupt in this direction. Or I can math out a few different things. Hold on. Because if we Erupt in this direction, this has the most health. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's going to do 10 damage. That's gone. 11 damage. Erupt for 5. Erupt for 4. But, yeah, then we use our Pyro to full clear this. Power Storm to Pyro to full clear that. We could also just Elusive Ambush and save ourselves 2 energy. Elusive Ambush. Here, here. Pyro here. But it doesn't solve my problem here. But it will completely solve everything here. Really shrink the game down. It's probably fine if we take some blight there. If we do, let's see. 5, it's gonna be 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8. If we take a Storm Swath, which gives me the air. I do think Thresholding Cleansing Floods is actually going to be a worthwhile thing to do this turn. I think that was a mistake to go for a Mage there, now that I'm thinking about it. I think I regret that. Defend here. Yeah, I think that was a mistake. Okay. Boiling Bog you. Can defend you. We can Pyro you. We can elusive ambush you. And then here, going for 6. Oh, I forgot that has blight. Whoops. Oh, that could be so devastating. Okay, took damage there. Okay, so with this being that's gonna full clear. That's gonna clear. Let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, that's going to make a city. It's not Ravage in this turn, so I do want to downgrade it. Yeah, I'll downgrade you, and then we can downgrade you. Okay. Oh, that's gonna blight all over the place. Do I need slow sacred sites? Yeah, Storm Swath will kill that town, so we'll allow that build. Allow you. Okay. Go here. So we go. We have plenty of defense. We probably don't need more defense. Although Carapace Land will defend this for 6, so that is nice. Storm Swath is actually not terrible at this. Killing off all of that. And then we can clear you out. We can Field Choked to pick up this little guy. That is super unfortunate. Okay, now the roles have kind of reversed. The volcano has vacated the island, and now it is up to green to make it all happen. Green can hit this with a range reclaim no matter what. Do I go for a minor or a major? I mean, the Storm Swath is pretty bad. But it's not terrible paired with this hazard spread. If we have an air-water card, it'll threshold in combination with the hazard spread, which is cheaper than the cleansing floods. Taming Rivers might not be a bad pick. Some blight removal. And then we're going to want to get ourselves up to here. Huh, that's my only moon card left. That's pretty interesting. So that'll defend here. Volcano's probably going to go for like a Carapace as well as a Confounding Mist. We need to draft something that does something. Spiders does something. Spiders here will skip the Ravage. Do we threshold it? No, we don't. We're missing an animal. Just trying to decide, do I want to continue stacking up here, or do I want to just plant a presence here for future value? Or plant back here to start controlling this board. That might be the move. Go right back here. Here, here. Something like this. It's hitting for 8. So, okay, so Confounding Mist hits here. Carapace Land hits nowhere, so we don't even need to play this card. Or we don't play the Confounding Mist and we play this instead, just as an energy rock. Start to move presence in. That's kind of cool. So let's say I do something like this. Storm Swath is actually really effective here in land number 6, so I think I do want to play that instead. Storm Swath will solve this. We have our innate defend 4 with a blight removal. That means we'll probably have to sacrifice a presence here, which is okay. Or no, we defend 4 here, we royal here. Need some energy. Here. Defend. Hazards spread. Love to get up here with that, but instead we go, maybe we put a beast here. Definitely no eruptions for a little bit. We have to calm down. Yeah, it's only thing that's missing is the eruption. That's fine. Ooh. I don't think... Yeah, you can't push because you can't go into mountains. Would have been cool. Over here... we can... go from here to, like, jungle. Actually, not a lot of choices. Because we want to keep that sacred site for the storm swath. I guess we don't need here. So we go here and just pick up a free city. Strifing in a land with Dahan. That's going to get skipped, so we're taking no blight. Strifing in a land with Dahan is not going to get us all too far. No point going here. No point going here. So I guess that leaves like there and there. Ooh, we can remove 2 explorers and clear that out. Or we can remove town explorer and then that'll really make a nice pocket. That's way better. Skip and then defended. Cool. Great. That is actually perfect for me because we can just do 1 little tap and then a storm swath. And that keeps both of these boards nice, or this whole board completely empty. This board's sitting just fine. Okay. All we have left is a teeming river, so we just get a blight removal. Which is fine. I only have 1 sacred site, so... there. Rain of Ash. We could use Rain of Ash here. And just empty that out. But... yeah, there's this and this. That's the only 2 lands that are even ravaging. It's already fully defended anyways. So let's use Rain of Ash instead to do this. If I pay energy, that's fine. Just gives me more cards so I can double grow next turn and still have activity. Oh gosh, I have so much defense. Yeah, the Elenites Hunt is way better. We can actually, like, do things. Turns out Volcanoes Dahan Defense Spirit. Did you know? My only reason to keep this presence here and not jump it over is so I can get back to the mainland. So I think we skip there. Defend here, and then we'll trees radiate here, bringing Dahan over. So that way it won't build. Over here. Over here. Let's see. I wish if we could just pick off this 1 little explorer fast, life would be so good. We already got Beast there, so there's really nothing else we can do to improve our odds. Pyroclastic Flow. It's just really hard for us to use because of its mountain restriction. So I'm looking at like maybe like a Terrifying Nightmares. I'm not worried about Blight so much as we just need to win this game. Terrifying Nightmares will bring invaders together so we can actually get around to winning. It also is a really inefficient solution here. Trees and Stone speak of war. If we can threshold it, Sun, Earth, Plant, missing the Earth. This has a moon on it, which gives us our Leptinate. That's funny. Yeah, I think it's going to be Terrifying Nightmares. And... do I even play this Cleansing Floods is really my question. Was there another water card available to me, actually? There was not, so we can't Threshold the Cleansing Floods. Actually, Treason Stone Speak of War just kills this town. That's probably better. Let's go to Team Rivers. Really inefficient, but it gets it's progress, it's activity, it's doing something. I mean, we can use it here. We can use it in a bunch of different places. Okay, we could pop here, or like we could reorder things and then pop here. Then we have to sacrifice another presence, and then we're looking to reclaim. So I don't think it makes sense. We have more than enough defense. Okay, so right now, yeah, we're fully good on everything, so we can just use this for blight removal. Okay. Destroy presence. Brutal. Golly. That's not what I wanted for that back-to-back. Devastation. Well, at least we skipped the build, so that's something. Sands Mountains, that picks up here, that picks up here. Okay. Okay. So what do we have? We have Fields Choked, which we can use to kick this guy over. Pick this guy out. Every single land is active. It's either ravaging or building. We just need to find our way towards a win. We are close to Terror level 3 with 2 cities left on the island. Could stem cleanse here. I could stem cleanse here, which just which has basically the same effect. I think that's pretty straightforward. I think it's better than this, because this I can reclaim in trees and stones. I'd rather not sacrifice presence so I don't have to, so I think I'm going to stem and cleanse here. Now it's defendable for 4. Do we want to switch out one of these majors? I think we'll just gain a minor, just kind of build out our base. Nature's Connection is very likely the pick. Going up to 8 energies, that's definitely major territory. Talons of Lightning. If we hit this, we have no more cities on the island. And that's 3, 4, 5, 6 fear out of the 8 needed, so we just need 2 more fast fear. So yeah, it's going to be Talons. And we can pitch, I don't know, something. Maybe Venomous Spiders? Okay. And this is basically freely thresholded. Like, it's already... You got 2 free fires and 1 free air, and we have lots of air in our hand. So that one's going to be picked up pretty good and quick. It'll even pick up some free extra... Actually, yeah, that card. Just threshold this, then we win the game. Okay, sick. So all we have to do is get an air from any number of sources. Yes, that's thresholded. We cover our defense requirements. And we'll throw in a Exaltation as an energy rock, maybe? And then over here, we will NC. And we can spend an energy... Since we're blighted, we can still get our presence back. It's just going to cost us a little extra, which is 100% worth it. Especially since we're destroying presence every single turn. And then we can kind of just throw in anything. Trees and Stones to pick up you. Maybe some Hazard Spread. Maybe some Stem is really strong here with that Badlands. NC Self for Moon. That's something. But we'd want to pick up a water, so we can do this. I'm not sure it matters. Okay. I'm pretty sure the Talon should just win us the game here, so let's just improve our board state a little bit. Go here, here, here. Definitely no eruptions. Defend you. No blight coming in. Great. Maybe a little isolation action in, I don't know, something like that. I don't think it actually makes a difference. And then this should win the game by itself. And there we go. Game over victory. There are no cities on the island. And that should be an achievement. If I don't get the pop-up, I'll be so sad. It means that I fundamentally misunderstood what that achievement was. Alright, there we go. That's the sound. Pop-up's right here behind my face. But, there you go. I got that achievement. Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have yourselves a glorious day.